Hey, Tom Beal here, coming to you from sunny South Florida, and I just wanted to welcome you to the Make Today Great community. I'm extremely excited to have you here. As expected, we have tremendous people who have joined us within this community, and there's some great quotes in there, some great videos, some great people, and I'm looking forward to expanding this. That was just day one. This is one day into it, and it far exceeded my expectations. Without a plan, just had the early rise of yesterday morning. My sprinkler system went off at 4:30 to 4:40, woke me up, and just felt like putting that out there. So in less than one day, we have all that activity in there, and I know it's only going to get better. And today, I just want to share a brief message that I learned from the person who I met a few times, but I read many of his books. I listened to hundreds of hours worth of his audios, his videos, had seen him live numerous times, Zig Ziglar. And Zig is an enemy of stinking thinking, and that's obvious. But Zig has a quote saying something along the lines of, positive thinking doesn't allow you to do anything and everything, but it does allow you to do everything better than negative thinking would. So that's the underlying premise of Make Today Great. Not to walk blindly and not pay attention to what's happening in the world, but understanding objectively what's occurring. And through the learnings I've studied through Dale Carnegie, his book, How to Stop Worrying and Start Living, there's two things we can choose to worry about: things we can control and things we can't control. And if you think about those, if you're worrying about something you can't control, it's kind of pointless. Like, we could waste our whole day, our whole week, our whole month, our whole life, wasting away over worry about things we can't control. So, okay, let's look at the things that we can control. If you're worrying about things you can control, look at them and ask yourself, okay, it must be important to me if I have this worry. So what's the desired outcome that I'm searching for? And with the circumstances as they are, what steps can I take today about that particular worry? So let's use an example. Here we are today, and I don't watch news. I don't read newspapers. I log into some social media stuff, and today I noticed that the leaders of the U.S., the elected officials that we have, apparently are debating whether or not using drones is allowable to kill U.S. citizens off U.S. soil and on U.S. soil. So without due process, without the person that they're killing even knowing that they're targeted to be killed. And it just struck me like, wow, that's like a Twilight Zone episode, or hard to believe that that's actually debatable, that we had this thing called the Constitution, and this goes against everything that our country and our founding fathers and the Constitution stands for. It just surprises me that that's actually debatable. So I can't control what happens in that room. I'm not there. So worry about it? No. I choose not to allow worry or fear, but I do switch into, what do I want? What I want is a situation where I can speak freely and I can share my opinions. Sometimes it may oppose other people's opinions, and I don't have to fear for my life in doing so. And I would hope that for my children as well. So similar to what our founding fathers did when they, in essence, signed those documents, the Declaration of Independence and such, they put their lives on the line. Had the English government found that document, they would have killed everybody. So in essence, based upon what's occurring, me just opposing and stating that that's unconstitutional, I don't think that it is allowable. I think it's terrible that we do that to our enemies to begin with. And I have a military background. I was a Marine. Once a Marine, always a Marine. I still am a Marine. Was 4 years active duty in the United States Marine Corps. So that's coming from someone who served and put my life on the line for this country, for the citizens here. And I disagree wholeheartedly in the debate that's occurring. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that it's even debatable. I think that I know that it's 100% unconstitutional to even have the Patriot Act in place. I could be detained right now for this video if they so chose. And they have no right to tell me and or anyone the reason why they're detaining me, torturing me, and or killing me. So the debate is unconstitutional, and I recognize that as such. So objectively, how can I choose to make today great? That is something that's out of my control. All I can do is share my opinions, post it here in this site, post it on various social media sites. And my whole goal is to open people's eyes as to what's going on. There's been a a transition from people protecting the Constitution and upholding the Constitution to not even paying any attention to it. And these are our elected officials. These are our Supreme Court justices. These are the President of the United States. And and when you do that, you have a term that's actually called being a traitor. So if you aren't upholding that Constitution, you are a traitor. And there are various consequences for that particular charge. Regardless, I still choose to make today great. It's beautiful, it's sunshine. There aren't drones that I'm aware of flying in this area, so I won't have to listen to any propellers flying. But I'm going to choose to make today great. And I'm going to choose to share some insightful words of wisdom and inspiration to help you choose to make today great and help you get from where you are to where you want to be in your life. So personally, professionally, your health, your relationships, and your finances. I'm looking forward to growing this community. And until we talk again, make today great.